Hey everybody, Arnaldo here broadcasting from Fidelios Frequency. Welcome to my channel. What a whirlwind weekend I just experienced. Over the past weekend of October 14th and 15th, New York City hosted the Wfmu Record Fair. And why is it such a big deal? It's because it is a major record fair that has hundreds of dealers from around the country and some local as well. But there hasn't been a Wfmu record fair in 4 years. Yes, the last one I believe was in 2019. So I was really looking forward to it, not only because I'm a record collector and I like shopping for records, but also because I knew that I would have the opportunity to meet a lot of people that were either driving from upstate New York, driving from other states, or flying in from other states. People that I know that are part, I don't want to say part of, this is not an exclusive club, but people that are from the online or YouTube vinyl community, people that I know from live streams, people that I've met through Facebook groups. So it was all a gathering of virtual friendships that all came together for this event. And it was quite great. In anticipation of this event, I knew that I wanted to have something a little bit more to keep us together. So I set up a Facebook page called the Wfmu Record Fair fan page, and invited quite a few people that I knew were going to attend, and even some that probably would have attended but are still interested to know about this record fair and about our experience. So through that Facebook group, I decided to set up a pre-record fair meetup, because I knew some of the friends were already going to be in town, and it would have given us an opportunity to meet away from the fanfare and the excitement of the record show, and that maybe we could have meetups and exchange ideas, hang out for drinks, for food, or more importantly, additional record shopping. Yes, I set up a record crawl that a few friends from the Facebook page joined. And let's start off. I'd like to give you a recap of the whole weekend. Let's start off with the Friday before the record fair, where we had a small record crawl that we started in the East Village. We met up in the early afternoon. I would say sometime around noon. We being, first of all, my guest, Norman Maslow, Jason Rojas, another buddy that I knew from a previous visit to New York City and that I've known for a little over a year, and whom I also join and chit-chat with on a bi-weekly live stream on Concert Buddy Chance on his channel. And in addition, Mad Vinyl NYC and Mike Notes and Tones, who you've probably seen on the Jazz Bums live streams. We met in the East Village, like I said, and the first stop of the crawl was actually coffee or a drink in the early afternoon with Mike Notes and Tones, and then we went on to meet Jason Rojas, who had flown in the day before from Austin, Texas, and we started off at Academy. Now, Academy has 3 locations in New York City. There's the Record Annex in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. There is Academy Records and CDs on West 18th Street. I recommend both of them. But since we were in the East Village, we started off at Academy on 12th Street. And of course, as soon as we get there, we all kind of scatter and hit the bins. Everyone searching for, browsing for what may catch their attention. And I'll show you a couple of things that I picked up there at Academy. Actually, I think I only got one record. Yeah, I only got one record, but it was so well worth it. It is a excellent copy of Prince's Dirty Mind. And forget this hype sticker. This is the hype sticker that actually caught my mind. Cleanest copy you could find in shrink and with hype sticker. Now with that kind of hype post-it or hype sticker, how can I not pull this out? Great thing about Academy is that they have listening stations. So they didn't disappoint when I play tested this copy. Yeah, it is the cleanest I could find. Minty, inner sleeves, perfect, no seam splits. And I was very happy to find this because this was one of 2 albums by Prince that I don't have originals on vinyl. So that was the first stop at Academy. Then we made our way down to Limited to One, which is a very interesting store, very curated, I would have to say. They are quite, they're on East 10th Street, and they are quite impeccable when it comes to grading records. If you're in New York City, I recommend checking the store out. They have a very unique selection of records. I personally didn't buy anything there, but someone else from our group, from our record crawl group, did, and they actually got a very good deal. Then we moved on. We made our way downtown. Well, not really downtown. Well, we went farther down from 10th Street. I think we made it to A1 Records. That is on East 6th Street. They always have, I want to say, a pretty good grail wall. I saw a few things that were very pricey. And then I flipped through some of the new arrivals and picked out a couple things which I play tested, and I really walked out with nothing. So that was unsuccessful. I've purchased before from A1. They're also a really great store, but sometimes it's hit or miss, and I knew that I had to save up for the following 2 days. So if something didn't really catch my attention, I was definitely going to pass and hold out for the 2 main show days at Wfmu on Saturday and Sunday. Then we made our way down to Stranded, I believe, Stranded NYC, who are on East 5th Street, and they're actually a really cool store. Their grail wall is very impressive. Not very big, but very, let's just say there are some heavy hitters on their wall. I didn't take any pictures, or maybe, no, I don't think I did, but definitely check them out if you are in New York City. I did pick up something really interesting that I was looking for. It's a pretty common find, but the vinyl was in really good shape, and it was a promo copy, so I figured that it was worth the price. The cover is probably a VG, but the vinyl is definitely a VG plus. So I've always wanted to have an original. So that was my find at Stranded. At that point, we were hungry, and we made our way to grab some food before we made our way over to Brooklyn. Human Head, which is a well-known store in Greenpoint. Actually, probably one of my favorite New York City stores, was hosting a late night or like late evening event where some dealers that were going to be at WFMU had set up some tables for like a pre-show. And one of them in particular that I found had really great stuff and stuff that I was really interested in was Mind Cure. And they're a store from actually Pittsburgh. And I found things that I was really looking for quite some time. The first thing that I found was a UK pressing of The Clash's London Calling. Excellent shape, excellent deal, because I bought quite a few things from that dealer. So I was happy to pick this one up. I upgraded my copy of Buckingham Nicks, another promo version. This sounds better than the one that I have. I just listened to a little bit of it, so it was definitely worth it. This is a great album, fantastic sounding album. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it is Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, their first and only album as a duo before they joined Fleetwood Mac. I showed you earlier one of the albums of the original Prince albums that I was missing in my collection, and I was lucky enough to find, I think this is the last one that I'm missing as an original, and it is a fantastic copy of Prince's debut album, For You. And then I couldn't pass this one up because it was such a good price and in great condition as well. Mothership Connection by Parliament. So that was my pickup at Human Head. I didn't buy anything from the main store at Human Head. They always have a great selection. I was just more interested in seeing what the dealers were that were going to be at WFMU had brought in the pre-show, so I kind of focused mostly on those dealers. But definitely a great store in Greenpoint, and I recommend you check it out if you are in New York City. So the evening wrapped up, and we headed back home, only to meet again the following day at 11 o'clock or maybe a little bit later in Queens for the WFMU proper fair. So I will cut to some footage of the dealer tables. I know you guys are anxious to see what these dealers were selling. All of the important pieces, the very expensive pieces on display on their like little walls, as well as some celebrity appearances. Let's call them music or vinyl enthusiast appearances, celebrity appearances that were at the show, and some of the other folks that I met up with, namely Dom from Seeking a Thread. He's the one who actually compiled a pretty exhaustive list of some of the stores here in New York City for our Facebook group. Frank JBL, whom I also was looking forward to meet. He drove in from Pittsburgh. Then, who else? Yes, one of the jazz bums in person, Mike Parenti, joined us. We met up at the WFMU on Saturday, and Mad Vinyl NYC, finally got a chance to meet up with him. He was also on our record crawl. And let me think. I think that's about it. Maybe, oh yes, Alex Moderick, whom I did not know from before, as well as Joe Marino, who drove down from upstate New York. So it was a really cool gathering. Of course, everyone's kind of intent on flipping through the bins, but we all took time to break out, whether it was for a chat, for drinks, for lunch or something. So it was really cool to meet up with them. And more importantly, we saw Michael Fremer. Yes, spotted Michael Fremer. We took pictures with him, had a brief conversation with him. Really cool guy to interact with. It's kind of like what he is on his YouTube channel. So that was nice. I believe Michael Fremer lives in New Jersey, so let's call him a local. So let's go to the footage and we'll meet back shortly. Now let me show you what I picked up on Saturday, on the first day of the show. There was this one dealer that I had, apparently he is at various local or regional record fairs, but this is the first time that I had the opportunity to find his table. He's a French guy. I don't remember what his table name is, but he had some really cool, very sought after UK pressings. I believe he's based out of London, but comes to the US very often to do record shows. And I was able to pick up a copy of UK pressing of the Plastic Ono Band, first album by John Lennon. Excellent condition. And then, more importantly, something that had been on my list for quite a bit. And I was so happy to find a copy that was actually, I want to say anywhere between VG, maybe even a VG Plus, the vinyl. But finally got a copy of first pressing of the Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles mono. And the kicker, the more important part of it all, is that not only is the vinyl and the cover in very good condition, it has the cutout sheet as well as the inner sleeve that is from that time, this psychedelic pink and red inner sleeve. So this was probably the highlight of all my purchases on the first day at the record fair. After the record fair, we decided that we weren't tired of each other yet, or actually we decided to hang at first Billy's Record Salon, not only a vendor at the Wfmu record fair, but Billy's Record Salon has a proper shop in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. I suggest you all visit his shop. A great selection of jazz records, a lot of original jazz records, as well as pop and rock. Billy's a really cool guy. He graciously invited us for an after party, a WFMU after party, which the whole gang went to. We had cocktails, listened to music, some people played chess. A lot of people bought and flipped through the bins. And I actually scored two really cool things. A really mint copy of the Jesus and Mary Chain debut album, Psycho Candy, UK pressing, excellent condition, and a really inexpensive copy of Quincy Jones' The Dude. So after all the record shopping and the hanging out and the drinks at Billy's Record Salon, thank you, Billy, we decided to head out to grab a late bite, and our first pick was not able to accommodate our party of 9. So we went down the street to another place called Sweet Science, still in Greenpoint. They were terrific. The service was fantastic. The food was great. And the company was even better. Day one came to a close. That was Saturday. The following day, Sunday, we got a later start to the record shopping. We eventually made it a little bit late, a little after noon, maybe 12:30, slightly more relaxed shopping experience on day two, probably because I already had gotten the lay of the land. I had seen, I want to say on the first day, maybe a third of the tables that I wanted to check out. So I calmly, and it was a much calmer way of browsing and shopping around, being it not so crowded. So I kind of like took my time and did the best I could. I always find it's kind of impossible to hit every single table and still be able to think. But let me show you a couple of things that I picked up on the last day. Well, I actually only got 2 things. I was kind of feeling bummed that I want to say maybe 2 hours into it, I really didn't find anything that caught my attention. but this one thing was too good to pass up. It was only $5. It's in great condition. It is Elvis's live Aloha from Hawaii via satellite. And I was kind of curious because it is a quadra disc. I had never seen a quadra disc. It's really cool because it has the die cut. I think this was recently, reissued. I got an OG, only $5. It looks in great condition. We'll see how it sounds. Not really sure what the quadra disc is. I'm thinking it's a quadraphonic, so I don't know how it'll sound on a stereo setup, but it's mostly a curiosity. And last purchase of the day, I saw this on the wall. You probably saw it in the preview video, and I was quite intrigued by what it was. I previously saw an original US version of this record for $1,500. And this is a first version, first pressing of Nirvana's Nevermind. And it is a Brazilian pressing. I have a friend from the vinyl community who did not make it to the show, who is actually Brazilian. Reached out to him, and of course I did not pay $1,500 for this, nor was it priced at that price, to ask him his thoughts on it. And he happens to own one. Thank you, Felipe, one of the jazz bums. Told me to grab this because I would not be disappointed. I only play tested a little bit of it. It sounded fantastic, but I am looking forward to digging deep into this Brazilian first pressing of Nevermind. It actually comes with the insert, the black and white insert, like the US one. And I'm sure this will be a fun experience to listen to. That was the end of the record shopping, and we were done. The few people that were left in our group, that is Norman Maslov and Jason Rojas, headed back. First went out for a quick lunch, or actually it's called a late lunch. We had a great time, had some laughs, exchanged some ideas, and wrapped it up over a nice dinner at home. And it was fun. It was a great experience to meet and hang out with other people that I knew only virtually. Got some great record shopping done, and got to have a great time overall. Over the weekend. We all need a nice weekend to recharge. Don't know if I recharged that much. It's very intense to record shop and be focused and look up stuff on Discogs and see if it's a good deal or a bad deal or what pressing it is. So it's not stress-free, at least for me, but it was fun nonetheless. Thank you so much for joining me on my trip to the Wfmu record fair here in New York, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done so, please click that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. I love engaging in conversations with people that are watching these videos and may even want to either clarify certain things that I've said or ask additional questions. So I guess that wraps it up for this video. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.